Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Five Love Podcast. I'm your host, Joel, and I have with me my guest, Joey.
Hello, everyone.
He's just back from Roland Garros. You can see the hat. Joey, tell us, how was Roland Garros?
It was pretty amazing. I've now been to three of the four slams,
Okay.
and I wasn't expecting to like Roland Garros as much as I did.
Yeah.
Because when I'm watching TV, I feel like clay court tennis can be kind of slow and
Okay.
not as exciting.
Yeah.
But I will say, being there in person, seeing the clay courts,
Yeah.
watching a lot of really great matches made me really appreciate clay court tennis and the grinding, the long
Yeah.
rallies.
Yeah.
So
We should play on clay sometime.
that could be very
Yeah, let's
interesting.
do that. Let's do that. Okay, so let me guess. You said you've been to three out of the four. So I'm going to guess you've been to the US Open because we
Of
are in New
course.
York.
Of course.
Well, you've obviously been to Roland Garros. And I'm going to guess you've also been to Wimbledon.
That's right.
So you're only missing Australia.
I have it on my bucket list. I'm
Yeah.
hoping to go within the next few years.
Everyone who's been there says that's the best one in
Yeah,
terms of the
it looks
experience.
really amazing, and the
Yeah.
facilities look beautiful, and
And the prices are pretty
yeah,
reasonable as
I
well,
think
from what I've heard.
I heard
Yeah.
that too.
Well, tell us, how did you get into tennis?
I started playing tennis when I was a kid
Mhm.
because my dad was super into tennis,
Yeah.
and I grew up playing just because my my neighbors growing up had this very overgrown tennis court that was in very poor condition, but it was,
Right.
right next door. So they
Yeah.
let us use it. And I'm sure it had like, the worst asphalt and like trees everywhere.
Yeah.
But me and my dad would just go play over there a lot. And I grew up watching tennis with him. He was just, a big fan. Um, Never actually played on the school tennis team or anything like that, but I went to a lot of tennis clinics as a kid. I went to tennis camp one summer. It was always just kind of there as a fun hobby. Only in the last like 5 or 6 years, I would say I got like more serious about it, started playing in different leagues.
Yeah.
My fandom definitely has exaggerated in the last few years too. I've been traveling to different tournaments to watch
Yeah.
and just, watching tennis on TV constantly.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit obsessed, you could say.
I mean, it's a good obsession. It's a
Yeah.
healthy obsession.
Yeah.
So, I mean, tennis has been proven to extend your life
Well, they
by a
call
few
it the
years.
world's healthiest sport,
Yeah, it
right?
is. Yeah. And it's also pretty good for preventing dementia because you're
It's very
using your
mental.
yeah, thinking, strategizing all the time. So,
It
yeah.
does drive me crazy a little bit. Like either watching or playing, it can be a very frustrating
It
sport.
yeah.
But I kind of
Yeah.
think that's what keeps you addicted in a way because you feel like you can always do
Exactly.
better, or
Exactly. Yeah.
there's always ways to improve, and
Yes.
yeah, it's very mentally stimulating.
Yes, agreed. Especially on days when like nothing is working and you have to figure out a way to
Yes,
like, okay, how do I re-strategize? How do I pull myself out of this?
yes. Kind of like
So
the last time we played.
yeah, I had him on the ropes, but he pulled it out of the bag, so I'm gonna get my revenge.
Yeah, it was quite a match.
Yeah, it was a great match. But I'm really looking forward to hearing your hot take. So take it away.
I just came up with it the other day when I
Okay.
was watching some grass court tennis. Uh,
Let's hear it.
so my hot take: if you gave me the choice between athleticism and ball striking, I'm
hmm
choosing ball striking any day.
Okay.
I think that obviously I have a lot of respect for players that play good defense and run around and, make life difficult for the opponent.
Yeah.
But for me, there's just nothing better than watching or, playing against a clean ball striker.
It's the first thing that comes to my mind is are you is Roger Federer your favorite player of all time?
Well, I tend to focus more on the WTA than the ATP.
Okay,
I
okay,
don't, I
okay.
mean,
Okay. So
obviously,
then okay, wait, let me see if I can get this. Because you're talking about ball striking, right?
yes,
Versus athleticism.
yes.
So when I think of athleticism, and it's not to say these aren't good ball strikers, but when I think of athleticism, I think of like Coco Gauff, Venus Williams, um, these kind of players who could like really move well.
Wozniacki,
Wozniacki, yeah,
Talon,
maybe even Kerber.
Kerber, definitely.
Yes. Okay. So that leaves players like Serena. Uh, Naomi Osaka is a really good ball striker.
Yes, she's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Okay. So I would maybe guess your favorite is Serena.
My favorite is actually Venus
Venus.
because I think
Okay,
Venus
okay,
has both the
okay.
athleticism. I think Serena does too.
Yeah,
I've always thought Venus is kind of underrated in a way.
I could see that. Yes,
And I
yes.
just think she's so elegant. I love her persona. I love
Yeah,
her demeanor on court. So
yeah,
that's what kind of all she kind of has it all for me.
yeah.
And she's yeah, just always been my favorite.
I um I would love to do an episode just about Venus
Yeah, I would
because
that would be amazing.
she was my first love in terms of like players on the WTA. I really fell in love with
Mhm.
her game, especially the way she would volley when she
Yes,
came to
when she
net.
came to the net a lot earlier in her
Yeah,
career,
yeah,
she used to come in even more, and it was really
yeah. I mean
very
that's
effective.
probably part of the reason why she has 5 Wimbledon
Yes.
titles. So all right, well, I will say though, you really do hit the ball very clean
Well, thank
yourself.
you.
So
I'm inspired by these players that I
yeah.
like to watch.
Who are
Like
some of the clean ball strikers that you like?
I think Jessica Pegula is a very clean ball striker.
Yeah.
I think both Sabalenka and Rybakina are great ball strikers.
Mm,
Sabalenka hits a more heavy ball with more spin, but
hmm.
Rybakina is very clean,
I
very
would
nice
say,
stroke.
mm, okay. I'm saying because you said Sabalenka.
Mhm.
I'm just wondering.
She is kind of it depends on who she's playing.
Right, right.
I think that she adjusts more for different opponents, and so
Okay.
it's not always the case.
Yeah.
My problematic fave is Ostapenko, who is obviously a crazy person, and I think very entertaining the way she acts on court. But she hits a
Uh,
big ball, she hits a clean ball, and I find her really fun to
I
watch.
think with Ostapenko, it can go either one or two ways.
Yes.
Either she's unbeatable
Yes.
or she's just making a bunch of errors.
Which is also keeps you on your toes because you never know
Yeah.
which Ostapenko you're
You,
gonna
you never know
get.
which one you're going to get. Yeah, the way that she plays when she's playing against Iga
Yes.
is just so wild because every turn just comes right at
Yeah.
Iga's toes.
It's
Like it's
it's in her
just
strike zone, I think.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
noticed that I actually watched her and at the French Open and players that do well against her are the ones who are able to get the ball out of her strike zone.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
she's not able to clock the ball like the
yeah.
way she does against some people.
You know she has a baking channel of
Yeah, I've seen that. It's
on
very silly.
Instagram. Yeah, but no, it looks
No,
good.
it's real, but it's just I
Yeah.
wouldn't expect that from her
Yeah,
given
yeah.
her
And then
personality.
she also sells things on Facebook
Yes,
Marketplace.
I've seen that too. She's an entertaining character
She
though, for
is
sure.
really funny, yeah. And you know, I find it crazy that she does well on clay as well.
Yeah,
You know, you wouldn't think that her game was suit clay, but for some reason she
yeah,
just I mean she won the French Open, so
yeah.
all right. Well, now we're gonna get into the main segment, but we're gonna do things a little bit differently today.
Okay.
Instead of doing a blind ranking, we are gonna play a game of Would You Rather.
Okay,
All right.
I'm ready.
So a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Which one would you rather? And it's gonna be about doubles.
Oh, doubles. Okay. I've
Yes.
been watching some doubles recently. I watched Serena's comeback on the doubles court,
That was
so
a good match. Yeah.
I've been thinking about doubles. I think I'm ready.
Okay. Good. I've never actually seen you play doubles, only
Have
singles.
we never played doubles
I
together? Maybe
don't
not.
think we have.
I
No.
haven't played that much doubles in the last few years, but I'd like to
Okay.
get more into it.
But let's schedule some court time.
Yeah.
Hard court though, not clay. Okay. So first up, would you rather and you're thinking as a team here for this specific question, right? Would you rather your team serve first or receive first?
Hmm. Am I serving or is my partner serving?
Uh, well, walk me through both scenarios.
Yeah, okay. I generally like to receive first because I think it helps get out the nerves.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
Depends on the partner, I think. Because if I have a partner with a really good serve, maybe I want to have them serve first to
Mhm.
kind of establish like a lead.
Yeah,
But that can always go wrong too, because usually everyone is nervous, and
yeah.
serving first can be a little bit of pressure,
A
I
lot of
think.
pressure, yeah. Yeah. You know what else is pressure in terms of serving in doubles, I find? If you're the fourth person to serve, let's say everyone else has held their
Yeah.
serve. I know you have to serve, and it's just
Yeah,
like,
then it's
oh
all
my
on
God,
you.
it's all on me. And my partner just held. Everyone else just held. Now I have to hold.
I think the way to get around that though is to make sure that you're communicating with your partner, and because
Yeah.
in order to hold serve, you need someone at the net to be aggressive too. So it's kind of like
That's very
a
true.
combination, and it's not just on you. If
Yeah,
you hit a good serve, then you're
yeah,
depending on your partner to hit a good volley or hit, whatever,
yeah.
to end the point quickly. So
Because generally you're not trying to like win the points. You're trying to set up the net person
yeah,
to end the point. So
I mean, doubles is all about building a point and
yeah,
having a strategy in place from the beginning of the point.
yeah.
That's what makes it very difficult because it's so much thinking and communicating.
Do you have a permanent doubles partner or are you a free agent?
I'm a free agent.
Okay, maybe we should have a conversation after this.
Could be
Okay.
a fun team.
Yeah, it would be. Um, okay, so let's say you are about to start a match and you're about to receive.
Mm.
Oh, but actually not just receiving. Which side of the court do you prefer to play on in doubles? Is it ad or deuce?
I always choose the ad side because my backhand is my favorite shot.
Okay.
So unless my partner is a lefty, in which case maybe we would switch, but 99% of the time I'm choosing ad side because I love to return specifically with my backhand.
Okay, so I am making a note here that the next time I play Joey, don't hit too much.
I feel like we've played enough that you already know that my backhand is my shit.
Okay, so but would you feel comfortable playing on the deuce side at all?
I would, yeah. I mean, I've been trying to improve my forehand so that it's on the same level as my backhand.
Yeah,
I think I'm pretty confident on it now, so I'm totally willing to if
yeah,
my partner has a strong preference, but usually most people prefer their forehand,
yeah,
so
yeah,
it often works out that me taking backhand side is not an
yeah.
issue.
At that point you brought up about playing with a lefty, that's
Mhm.
a really good point. Because a few times, I don't know if it's happened to you, but a few times I've been playing a match against someone in singles.
Yeah.
And then by the third game I realize, oh my God, he's a lefty.
Oh, it takes you that long?
It's happened to me a few times because I think people just we live in a world that's built for right-handers.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't notice. And then, at one point I'm just like, why is he slicing on the outside? And I'm
Yeah.
like, he's a lefty. So what I'm saying here is that sometimes if you have a lefty as your partner, maybe the other side would notice
Yeah.
immediately.
I
Yeah.
mean, you should notice during the warm-up,
I
right?
mean that's on me, but it's happened to me like twice. Okay. Now next on the list we have would you rather play at the net or play from the baseline?
I'm a baseliner for sure.
Yeah.
I play so
I
much
know that for a
singles that
fact. Yeah.
that my ground strokes at the baseline are that's where I have the most confidence.
Yeah.
I would like to develop more confidence at the net, but it just hasn't really been a big part of my singles game, and so unless I'm playing a lot of doubles, I'm just not
Yeah.
volleying that often. So something I'm still working on, but yeah, baseline for sure. I kind of think that when I play doubles, I often play like singles.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to hit shots that, a seasoned doubles player wouldn't go for,
Yeah.
like down the line or something like that. And
Yeah.
sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But
For me, it just depends because I love playing at the net as well, but it depends on my partner.
yeah,
And here's why I say that. When you're playing at the net, it's a lot of pressure.
yeah,
The other team, they're coming at you. So
yeah.
you could miss a few
It
volleys.
can get pretty intense. So like you have to have fast reflexes.
Exactly. So if I have a partner who is going to be upset because I missed a volley or two, then I would feel like, oh man, I should maybe move back. I don't want to be
Yeah,
up here. But if I have a partner who is a little bit more encouraging,
yeah.
then I'd be like, okay, cool. I missed one or two volleys, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep going for it.
Well, you notice that in the pros a lot in doubles. It's kind of can get messy in a lot of matches. They do miss a lot of volleys,
Yeah.
but they just keep going for it
Yeah.
because they
You
know the
have to.
margins
Yeah.
are such that like you got to keep going for it or else they're going to pass you or going to lob you. And
Yeah.
it's worth it to miss a few.
Yeah.
You stay aggressive no matter what.
Speaking of going for it, have you ever seen that video of Ostapenko playing doubles? And she
Oh yeah.
serves the ball to the player at the
Yeah.
net. Yeah. Do you think she did it on purpose, or do you think it was an error?
It was a little bit questionable because she was laughing after.
She was laughing after, yeah.
And I think it was Cornet that was on the opposing side. She said, "It's the way to win a point."
It is, yeah.
And she was complaining to the umpire, and
Yeah.
I thought the whole scene was just kind of absurd.
Yeah. All right, so this kind of leads me to the next choice. So let's say you and I are playing doubles, and I'm missing all the volleys.
Uh-oh.
Would you give me feedback during the match, or would you say nothing at all until the match is over?
I would probably not say anything unless you asked for advice or for help.
Okay.
Because if like unsolicited advice, I think can be annoying.
Yeah, it could be.
So if your partner is like, I'm not feeling it,
Yeah.
what do you think I can do? Then I would jump in and say, oh, maybe move closer to the net or further or
Mhm.
whatever. But yeah, if you're not asking for help, I would probably just keep quiet.
Let's say it's a situation where I am just trying to rip winners off the return, every single return, and I'm just heading into the net, return after return. Are you still gonna keep quiet? Or are you gonna say, hey, relax?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's tough because what you would hope for is that your partner starts to recognize their own patterns rather than depending on their partner to
Yeah.
step in and say something.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's something you communicate ahead of the match to say, "Hey, I'm totally cool if you want to ever give me some coaching or
Yeah. Yeah.
or if you notice anything, or if you say, "Hey, I prefer to not really like talk too much."
Yeah.
But I mean, I think communication is pretty important.
I'm gonna say something. I'm not gonna let the whole match go and have my partner just like hit all the balls.
Well, yeah, because then maybe if it makes you feel better, if it makes you feel like it's more of a real partnership, then yeah, you should say
I
something.
think it's a tricky situation. I think that's why it's good to have like a partner that you're committed to,
Yeah,
because then you guys understand each other a lot more.
yeah.
But I think what I would do is not necessarily critique or give advice on technique.
Yeah, because you're not going to fix that in
You're
the
not gonna
middle of
fix
a
that.
match.
Yeah, I'd probably be like, hey,
I think that's right.
I'd be like, hey, let's try to be a little bit more patient.
It's
Let's
more
try to,
about strategy. Because
yeah,
doubles is so strategic and you have to adjust your tactics.
yeah,
That's worth talking about. But I
yeah.
agree that you're not going to fix someone's forehand in the
Yeah,
middle of
yeah,
a doubles
yeah,
match.
yeah. So I probably like maybe just like give a little bit of like, hey, maybe try to like, let's set me up to put the volley away instead of going forward.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
picking a strategy and trying to execute.
yeah. Okay, this one is a little bit not silly, but not as serious, I guess. Matching outfits, or you just wear whatever you want.
Mm. I don't know if I have the budget for matching outfits, but I do like in the pros when they wear matching outfits because it
Yeah,
makes it easier to like see which team is which
yeah,
when you're
yeah,
watching.
yeah,
But maybe you could coordinate colors,
yeah,
if not exact outfits.
yeah.
I think that's a good compromise.
Yeah, I think so too. I think matching outfits is always preferred for me, but I mean it's not that big of a deal. It's not gonna determine if you win the match or not.
Right,
You
right.
know.
It's just kind of for fun.
Yeah. And then finally, would you rather play with two players on the baseline or two up at net?
Mm. See, I'm just kind of scared of the net, which is a problem, and it's one of the reasons I'm not that good at doubles.
Yeah, yeah,
I think if two people are more comfortable at the baseline, you shouldn't force someone to go to the net. So I'm more comfortable two people at the baseline. Also, I like to hit a passing shot.
yeah.
So if there's two people at the net against you, I'm going to be much more likely to hit a winner from the baseline than a volley winner.
Okay.
So
I
it's probably not the best double strategy, but again,
yeah.
doubles is not really my specialty. So
I think it kind of depends on how the other team is doing as
Mm.
well. But I always prefer to have, I mean, I know this wasn't an option, but I always prefer to have one at net and one.
yeah, I mean, that's kind of the classic
Yeah.
arrangement, and there's a reason why it is more
Yeah.
effective.
I heard you say that you're scared to come to net, and I used to be as well,
Mm.
until you know what happened to me that made me feel more confident at the net.
You got hit?
In my eye.
Oh,
Yeah. So it was January. It was singles, not doubles.
okay.
And the ball hit a crack. And then
yeah.
it just kind of like changed
It bounced
trajectory.
weird.
It hit me in my eye.
Ouch.
And a bit of a long story. So this was around 8 p.m.
Outside?
Yeah. Started producing tears. And I was just like,
Ouch.
okay, my eye is just like doing its thing. Came home, went to bed, woke up at 4 a.m. and everything was just so cloudy.
Eesh.
So I said, okay, let me go to the emergency room.
Yeah.
They said, okay, you have a scratch on your cornea.
Okay. I've heard of that.
Yeah, and they gave me an antibiotic cream to rub on my eye, but I was just like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Yeah, so
Can't touch your eye.
yeah, so it got worse. I got sensitivity to light.
Mm.
yada yada yada. Long story short, I had to go to an eye specialist, and
Okay.
now I have perfect vision in both eyes, thank God. Yay.
Okay.
But
Nice.
the point of it is now that I almost lost my eye,
Mhm.
I think I've gotten so much better at keeping my eye on the ball.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because I
So
don't
you're not as scared of the ball because you're
because
watching it?
now I'm just like, listen, I can't afford to get hit because I don't want to get hit in my eye.
Mm.
So I really focus on the ball. So maybe if you get hit in your eye,
No, thank you.
maybe if you get hit in your eye, yeah,
I'd like to learn how to not be scared of the ball in a
yeah,
less painful way.
yeah.
But maybe it's exposure therapy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could really be scary because if the ball is coming at you, and like you said, you have to have really quick
Yeah.
reflexes. So
I mean,
you
if you watch the pros practice doubles, they're often like getting hit.
mhm.
They get their hitting partner to hit balls like directly at them.
Yeah,
So I do think it's something you just have to practice and
yeah.
getting used to.
Since we're on the topic of doubles, can we please take a minute to acknowledge how much of a great doubles team Venus and Serena?
Oh, I mean, 14-0 in Grand Slam
Oh,
doubles
I was going to say
finals.
13, but yeah, thank you for saying that. It's
It's
14 and 0.
14.
Yeah, that
They
is
never lost in a
insane.
Grand Slam
Yeah,
final.
yeah, that's crazy. So they've won. Have they ever won all four in one year?
I don't think so, but they've probably come close. I don't have the exact statistics, but
Okay.
they definitely won like more than one in a year for
Yeah.
sure.
And let's speculate a bit. So Serena is back. Venus is still an active player, has
Mhm.
been
Mhm.
from ever since. Do you think that Serena is back to give Venus a send off by playing doubles with her at Wimbledon or the US Open? Or do you think she's just here
Yeah.
for singles?
I saw that rumor. I think it would make sense because they're always talking about each other when you see them interviewed. They're always talking about, oh, well, Venus was playing and so she wanted me to come back
Yeah.
or vice versa.
Yeah.
And I think that, yeah, they're just such a good pair
Yeah. Yeah. They
and
really are.
everyone views them as such a unit together
Yeah.
that I think it would be a fitting send off. I mean, I kind of hope Venus never retires, but maybe that's just me.
Okay. Um, uh, um, Venus is hiring. I think Venus, she really enjoys playing tennis, and
Mm.
if she wants to continue, she should be allowed to.
Yeah.
I just, as a fan, it just kind of hurts me that her stats are being a little bit skewed because
Yeah,
she's
I
having a lot of
understand.
first round losses. But at the end of the day, she's achieved everything she needed to achieve,
Yeah.
and so if she wants to continue playing tennis, she should be allowed to.
I think the good thing about Venus is like no matter what she decides to do, she's going to be a presence in the sport.
Yeah, of
And she
course,
does commentary.
of
There
course,
was
yeah.
some rumor that she was going to be like the CEO of the WTA or
Oh wow,
something.
I can see
So
that.
I just feel like no matter what, she's going to be around. We're going to
Yeah,
still be seeing her. So I'm
yeah.
happy that she's just such an icon of our sport and I don't know, I find her really inspiring regardless of whether she's retired or active or
Yeah.
she's just the best.
Okay. I have another question for you. Pick your dream doubles partner, professional player, but you're not allowed to say Venus because I knew you were going to say
Okay.
that. Outside of Venus, who would it be?
You know who I really think would be fun to play with is Karolina Mukova because she has
Mm,
such great variety and such great athleticism and she seems to understand the court
yeah,
better than almost anybody else. So
yeah,
I think she would be really good to play doubles with because she would be able to give me advice on like where
yeah,
to stand
yeah,
or different tactics and she just seems like such a smart player
yeah,
and she
yeah.
understands the game and she's got all the shots in the book.
No,
So
she is really good. Yeah.
I also met her once in the airport and we chatted for a few
Oh,
minutes and she was
really?
very nice and friendly and I
Okay.
thought she had a cool vibe.
If I had to pick someone, dream player, I mean, it would be Rafael Nadal.
Yeah, you really can't go wrong with
It
him.
would be him. Yeah. I mean, he's a lefty too, so
Yeah,
that's good.
that
I'd put him on the
helps.
outside.
Mhm.
And I would try to hold my own on the two sides. So it would be him. If I had to pick somebody on the WTA, I don't want to say Venus or Serena. Let me think of somebody outside of them.
We've said enough about
Eh,
that.
You know who it would be? It would be Kuba.
Oh yeah, also a lefty.
Yes. Also, but like I think she hits such great angles.
Yeah, that's true. Her short
I
angles are
don't know
really good.
anyone who hits angles as well as her.
And she moves really well.
She moves really well. And the one match I would never forget that Australian Open when she beat Serena
Oh
for the
yeah,
final.
yeah,
I remember it being like Saturday night, or was it Friday night? Yeah, had to have been Friday night
yeah.
here.
Cause Saturday in
So, you're
Australia.
right. So it was Friday night, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. And I'm pretty sure when I wake up, Serena's gonna win this match. Went to bed, woke up, checked on Google, and I saw that Kerber won.
Yeah,
So I was just like, what? So
it was
I
surprising.
refreshed my phone a few times, and I couldn't believe it. And I have to say, like back then, whenever Serena lost, I would take it personally.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch tennis for
Well,
a few
she was kind
days.
of at the top of the game at that
She
point.
was unbeatable at that
She
point.
was
Like
pretty
I
unbeatable.
yes, I think Kerber is somebody I would give a lot of credit to because the way she played that match,
Yeah.
it was just
She had a really good year that year because she also won the U.S. Open that year,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
think got to the Wimbledon final.
yeah.
So that was like
Oh yeah, so you
peak,
know got her
peak.
revenge. She got her revenge at the Wimbledon final,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So that was probably the peak of Kerber's career,
Yeah.
and she was playing on top.
Yeah. But she would be my one of my dream doubles
Yeah.
partners.
It's funny you mentioned Rafa because I always thought one of the most enjoyable doubles moments was when him and Carlitos
Yeah,
played
yeah,
doubles
yeah,
at the
yeah.
Olympics.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they were pretty good together, but also you
Yeah.
could tell that Carlitos didn't really know what he was doing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Doubles is tricky if
Yeah.
you're not used to it. Because even Venus and Serena in the beginning, they were not
Yeah, yeah, they took time
because
to
they
figure
weren't
it out.
like communicating well with each other.
But I remember one point where both Carlitos and Rafa somehow ended up like
On
way
the same
over on the
side.
same
Yeah,
side.
yeah,
And it was just like kind of silly,
yeah,
but everyone was having a good time.
yeah. And one more thing I would say about doubles is that I think tennis, more specifically mixed doubles,
Mhm.
is like maybe the how do I say this? It's like the poster child for equality in sports.
Mhm.
When I say equality, like okay, fine, yes, men have physical advantages. So I don't want to see like men and women running against each other in the 100
Sure.
meters. But I just feel like doubles, you bring everyone together.
Mhm.
The men are serving against the women are serving against the men.
Yeah.
Your both sexes are playing, and the teams are pretty equally
Yeah.
matched. So yeah,
And tennis is such a sport, such a skill-based sport. I mean,
yes,
obviously it's athleticism and skill combined,
yeah.
but like some of my favorite mixed doubles clips are like Serena acing Federer,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
Iga having some crazy rally with the
yeah,
men's at the United Cup. Like
yeah,
there's just really fun moments that can happen in mixed
yeah,
doubles when it's the women versus the men because you really don't like the rallies can still be
yeah.
pretty amazing.
Now that you say that, I think my dream match would be uh, Serena and Rafa versus Roger and Venus.
Mm.
I think that would be
Yeah,
really
that's
amazing. Yeah.
yeah. I would love to watch something like
Yeah.
that.
All right, Joey, this has been a very interesting conversation. I got some intel on you, so I know not to hit your backhand anymore. And is there anything else you want to like maybe just share with our viewers before we close?
I just love talking about tennis, and I love that you're uh, creating all this conversation.
And did you bring me anything from Paris?
I could give you this hat off my
I
head,
will
I
take
guess.
it. Okay, well, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate the support. Please remember, we are available on Spotify and YouTube. Continue to like, continue to subscribe, and share. And remember, even if the score is 5-love, it's not over until the last point is played. See you next time.